Hi, I'm Makeda Darius and I watch Caribbean Inside TV.
Well, hello there.
You are watching CITV, the engine room of culture.
I am Makeda Darius, newly named the Black Rose of Libre, and I love it. And I look at Caribbean Inside TV.
Welcome, Calypso lovers, to CITV. I'm your host, Lady V, and on this episode of Caribbean Inside, we are chatting with Makeda Darius. I call her the Black Rose of Libre. Makeda, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay. From the very first time I hear you singing that song, Boy Blue, most people know it as What Police Can Do.
Right.
And I found out that you were an officer singing Calypso.
Yes.
I told my crew, we have to get together and meet you.
Okay.
How did you come up with that song? Tell us about it.
I joined the police service in 2013 and constantly singing Calypso within that time. You know, I never did anything as a police officer. And I think what really prompted me that year was after COVID, post-COVID. And because so much officers had died, and then they would have offered us 4% as the negotiation package for, I think was from since 2013 to, I'm not sure of the period, but it was a long period, and they offered us 4%. So I thought that police officers were being taken for granted. So I decided, I spoke with my writer at that time, which was Mr. Christoph Grant. I said, you know, I want to be the police this year. And I want to express, you know, what we feel, how much we do, and, you know, we're not appreciated for the things that we do.
Okay, and you felt that most of all during that COVID period?
Especially during that COVID period.
What about that period made you feel that way?
Okay, they call us essential. So, police officers, firemen, doctors, nurses, we were all considered essential workers, right? When I went, or looking at the TV and all, because I didn't really go into the hospital during the COVID period. So, looking at news and stuff, you would see that the nurses and these people who work in the hospitals, they were cloaked from head to toe, and all you would see is their eyes. So they had proper PPE to deal with COVID and COVID patients, right?
Right.
To deal with the public in general, right? We as police officers, we had to deal with the public in the same way, but all that was afforded to us was hand sanitizer and face masks. So if you commit a crime with or without COVID, we had to put you into a vehicle with us. And thinking about how much officers would have died during the period, it begs you to think that probably could have been somebody who was arrested that gave the officer might have gotten the COVID from.
Right,
you know,
the danger, right.
Right, but I think not enough was done for police officers in the sense of PPE to combat COVID. You know, to deal with COVID, not to combat, but to deal with it, as compared to nurses and healthcare workers.
Okay.
Saying that we were dealing with the public on the same level, on the same scale.
Okay. All right. Well, let's show you what police can do. Some of you guys know it as Boy Blue.
Johnny King sang it to the nation about 38 years ago. Everyone needs appreciation. That apply to police also. But as they see brutality, they start calling the police name. And then to boot, as man gets shoot, as police must take the blame. It is very clear, just like love in there. What we do, they don't have a clue. So it isn't strange, our name they change. The concept of wrong, aka Boy Blue. But through the pandemic, tired or sick. Yes, we had to work. Our duties we did not shirk, no. While you were inside, no, we couldn't hide. With or without mass for vacation, we couldn't act so. After all that we do for you, we work through COVID and every flu. The roads among us are very few. All you're real ungrateful for true. You wanna know what police can do? Well, this is what this police does do. You wanna know what police can do? Of the thousands in the service, of course not all of us are same, but the good ones you just can't dismiss. And with one brush start throwing pins, because sun or rain, we don't stand this strain to protect and to keep the peace. Is why they say in long time love way, after God is the police. And though it's unfair, just like love and death, some does still treat us like boo. Yes, in every joint, fingers they point. Well, I find like it gonna kill. Cause when things get hot, yes, when tongue riots, we report for work. Our duties we do not shirk, no. We protect you too. 1990 cool. Just to save the boss, we attack them with full force, so after all that we do for you, stuck by your side, shine like glue. Don't dare about apples among the crew. Like all you have amnesia, but true. I'm not Constable Brown, aka Boy Blue. I walk with a warrant to arrest you, but I'm not a rogue or some kind of crook, because I just move strictly by the book. You wanna know what police can do? Well, this is what this police does. I don't give no fuck kid, I do not frame. I don't ever tarnish the police name. Don't wear all your feet up or something. Just know it's Boy Blue you're talking about. You wanna know what police can do? Well, this is what this police does do. You wanna know what police can do? Well, this is what this police does do. You wanna know what police can do? Of course I see it as my duty to protect and to serve with pride. But some their badge they will dirty for 50 pieces of silver beside. To me it's a must, a matter of trust, to keep my head holding high. We'll try daily to uplift the ante until the day I die. Don't matter the cost, I will steer the course to respect and honor my own. Cause my hand belong by a flood of storm to Trinidad and Tobago. So, through sun or rain, no, we don't complain. We show up for work, our duties we do not shirk, no. In these modern times, with this runaway crime, big rifle and clock from bullets we have to duck, no. Although it's up just like deja vu, the ship of state we bound to rescue. Don't dare about apples among the crew. It's the country's interest I just pursue. You wanna know what police can do? Thank you, enjoy the rest of the show. Well, this is what the police does do. You wanna know what police can do?
Well, Makeda, that's a lot of work for 4%.
Yes, it is. Yes.
But we will go there.
Right.
Listen, it's great to see civil servants now have the opportunity to sing Calypso freely.
Yes.
Are you aware there was a time when civil servants could not sing Calypso?
No, I didn't know about it.
Yes. They had to hide to perform, going back to the days of King Wellington. He was one of those Calypsonians. He sang the Quelvis.
Right.
If a police had to sing Calypso, they had to hide.
Okay.
It was an undercover thing.
All right.
Thank God for Chalky, who was a teacher,
Yeah.
right? Another civil servant. Who made that change come about?
Good.
He fought hard for it and it came about.
Right.
When Elephants Fight, this was a great song that you performed in the tent.
Yes.
I think it was in 2018.
2018, yeah.
And so let's go to the archives and listen to your version of it.
Okay.
I never liked this Westminster system. This colonial has been that we inherit from the Queen. Produces chaos and too much mayhem. Too much cussing and argument between opposition and government. Cause while they cuss and argue non-stop, people from penal to love and tea can't get water to make the tea. While we debate who more corrupt, and we faith bubbles still prevail, and not one scam does make a jail. Cause when elephants fight, the grass does get trampled. An old African proverb, when cockfighting, cockroach don't disturb. Cause when they sit for that, good plans get dismantled. Forget about road and box train, as it rain, look it flood again. About to build which stadium, police fire station, the aquatic center, while poor people suffer. The success has many parents, blame is an orphan outright, while each other's faults they highlight. If we hold for it, they just blight when elephants fight. Cause it's black hands who face the plight. Money scarce, so we pocket tight when elephants fight. Hey, yeah. Negbati I want a ranger gun. Negbati I want a ranger gun. Koriko entemole. Koriko entemole. Look at our case with every budget. As they raise up the diesel gas, taxi fares does increase fast. Don't talk about them supermarket. Well, it's now the poor man in pain, cause food prices jack up again. Yet in parliament, blame the passing about who spend and who thief, while the country cry for relief. The national debt keeps on mounting. The poor man must battle each flood, tossing water, shoveling mud. Cause when elephants fight, the grass does get trampled. And all African bubbles, one big truck passing, stay on the curb. Cause when the belly kick and they start to scramble, you could get tied up in the rush, cause it bumps and bash at the crush. About to build which stadium, bring crime to minimum, give millions to culture, while poor people suffer. And while the fiddle are playing, Rome keeps on burning bright. US dollar still taking flight in them casinos every night, while elephants fight. Yes, it's black hands who face the plight. Money scarce, so we pocket case is critical. In local doctors, they have no trust. They just leave them jokers to us. Now it seems our healthcare has hit rock bottom. After wait hours for a bed, some sleep on the floor instead. Can't get it right, no matter the quantum. Cause the more money that they spend, less doctors we see at 10A. When elephants fight, the grass does get trampled. And old African proverb, it's like a song with too much reverb. It's time only God set up in our example. Do more and argue less. Turn down the decibel and the stress. Bring legalistia, the famous Kobo star. Every law to the letter, make the poor man life better. And while the muscles they flexing, small creatures fleeing in fright. Look, the tax man just take our next wife and we pocket that feeling gripe while elephants fight. Why must we alone face the plight, running for cover every night while elephants fight? Thank you.
Makeda, social and political commentaries seem to be in your DNA.
Yes.
What's behind the song Not Martin?
That's another story.
Tell me.
Okay, so that was in the year 2020. So 2019, I took a break from Calypso because I take breaks when I feel like it, you know? And 2019 was one of those years that I decided, you know what? I am not singing. Because sometimes it could become depressing. Sometimes it could become stressful. And then me, being a police officer, living in Library, working in Port of Spain, I don't take leave for Carnival. So I work between the tent and being a police officer, and then competitions and all of that, right? So 2019, for a great part of 2019, I was in New York. So I really decided I was not singing. 2020, I also said I was not singing.
Okay.
I said, you know, I kind of lost my zeal for singing. And NWAC Calypso Queen audition was supposed to be in November. However, I was still in New York in November. And you know, I was quite fine. But when I came back, Alana Sinnott and Marisha Ransom, with the two people, they called and they said, Makeda, you know, they pushed back the date for the audition for Queens. I said, true? They say, yeah, Makeda, you should sing. I said, nah, I'm not singing. They said, no, Makeda, you gotta sing. I said, no, I'm not singing. I'm not singing. And these two people just stay behind me, Makeda. It's a reason why the date pushed back. Go, talk to Christoph. He will write a song for you. I said, you know what? I will just talk to Christoph. So I called Christoph and I said, Christoph, well, last minute, however, everybody encouraging me to sing for the audition pushed back to January 2020 now.
So you had more time.
Okay, it was supposed to be November 2019, but they pushed back to January 2020. And I spoke to Christoph, and Christoph said, oh gosh, Makeda, it's late, you know. I said, yeah, I know it's late. He said, have a topic? I said, no, I don't have any topic. So we continued our conversation, and the conversation reached to, you didn't hear about Sat Maharaj funeral where Selwyn Cudjoe mentioned that Sat Maharaj reminded him of Martin Luther King. Well, me and Christoph was high in a conversation here. So I like, that is nonsense. They don't have any kind of comparison between these two men. You know? I said, Christoph, you know, there's a song. Christoph said, I'm not writing that. He said, I'm not writing that. I said, you can write that. He said, no. He said, that will come across as insensitive. I said, I know you know how to write that and not sound insensitive. He said, I'll think about it. And the next day I had a song. Not Martin.
Not Martin.
Next day I had Not Martin. I played it for my mother. My mother was like, you're winning Queens.
You're winning Queen.
Yeah, I played it for Marisha. She said, you're winning Queens. I went rehearsal in the tent. Trini came. Trini was in Calypso Review at that time. Trini came and said, this young lady, she was competition, she in Queens. Allos say, yeah, say, you were in Queens. Allos, even in the audition, Allos was there, but I realized Allos had a different interest as compared to the other years. He was on the stage making sure everything correct with me. So I started to become pressured now. I started to feel pressure that everybody believed that I was winning Queens. So I had to.
You have that support. Everybody think this is your time.
So I did not have a choice but to win Queens because it was pressure.
Okay. All right. Calypso lovers, let's see why Makeda Darius, I call her Queen Makeda Darius, the Black Rose of La Brea, won Queen that year.
The my Queen song, non-comparison. Was not amused when I heard the news. All the things they say in Sat Maharaj funeral. How he took a stand was such a great man. Some even start to call him Mahatma Gandhi and all. Then all of a sudden, I tell you just so, we get a strange lesson from Selwyn Cudjoe. Now he's a professor in all kind of things. He says that reminds him of Martin Luther King. A strong spokesman for heroes, oh yes, was us. He kept fighting for their space, can't vex with that. But where Martin tried to unite the two races, black and white, anytime that puppy come, what's the big fight? So when that eulogy I just happened to hear, I said no, them two men can't compare. So if you want big upset, go on Selwyn, but please not Martin. No, not Martin. I know you two did make up real tight and ting, but please not Martin Luther King. No. Yeah. Bad comparison. No way. Well, I know it's true. Whatever you do, you cannot talk bad in a man's funeral. But to stretch the truth while sober to boot, boy, that's more than reckless, almost criminal. That was a fighter, no one can deny. His words often bitter, he just let them fly. And often his target was our Calypso, pelting verbal bullets at Allos and Crow. A more sensitive man, oh yes, was that. Protector of things, Indian can't vex with that. But when Martin had a dream to raise our self-esteem, anytime Sat Maharaj talk was the big fight. Now I have come here to battle the deceased, but Martin Luther King legacy was world peace. So if you want to compare, do so Selwyn, but please not Martin. No, not Martin. I know you two did get tight like wedding ring, but please not Martin Luther King. No. I hope you understand what he said about Pan, and he asked who made that the national instrument, called it an insult. Who did they consult? That was just the wishes of an Afro government. Then he put a beating on our picnic. He said, while the band was playing, Indian kids study. No wonder scholarships, they all go to them. He even had a problem with the national anthem. A most contentious man, oh yes, was that. He didn't care much for pan, can't vex with that. But where Martin saw potential in our children, one and all, that single out one race, that's a big blight. It was over some 10 months ago. He disrespected the whole of Tobago. So if you're cool with that, go on, darling, but please not Martin. No way, not Martin. Cause he called them raper man, all kind of thing. So please, not Martin, not Martin Luther King. No, no, no. Yeah, yeah. Not Martin, nah. Most famous victory, he challenged bravely, and he overturned the Trinity cross, saying it's Christian, insulting Indians, especially Hindu religion, of course. Cause this is a country where every race must share most equally in an equal space. Well, the Privy Council, they agree with that. So our highest medal, we wave goodbye to that. A strong spokesman for heroes, oh yes, what's that? He kept fighting for their space, can't vex with that. But when Martin did endorse a much more peaceful cause, that style was aggression day and night. Was vexed when the child marriage law repealed. That's part of our doctrine he appealed. And if you think he was so great, go on, Selwyn, but please not Martin. No, no, not Martin. Cause that saw children's right as no big thing. So please, not Martin, not Martin Luther King. Thank you.
You are watching CITV, the engine room of culture, and we are in the company of Queen Makeda Darius. I call her the Black Rose of Labray, and we'll be right back with much more.
Having a wonderful time here with Caribbean Insight. I think it's a wonderful organization, and I hope you will do as I do, keep listening to them.
I am Ras Shorty-Eye. I am a scientist, a musical scientist. I invented soca so that Caribbean people could have something to identify with wherever they go, any part of the world.
Caribbean Insight really is dynamite. Caribbean Insight really super was spite. Caribbean Insight enjoy day or night. Caribbean Insight really is dynamite.
We are back on Caribbean Insight TV, and we are hanging out with Miss Makeda Darius, the Black Rose of Labray. Now, Makeda, what was the reason for that song that you sang, Pfizer on Fire?
Right. Pfizer on Fire was a composition that was done by also Christoph Grant for the Labor Day Calypso competition. And you know that Labor Day was born out of the struggle, you know, for workers, really started with oil field workers and sugarcane workers and all of that, right?
Right, from the Butler days.
Right, from the Butler days.
Right.
So this song, actually, you know, with all that was happening in Trinidad and Tobago, at that time, we saying here what? This is what we're doing between FISO. We will light up FISO, with FISO on fire on the 19th of May, 19th of June, sorry. And the 19th of June, FISO on fire. We dealing with everything. We dealing with the 1%, not wanting to give maternity leave to pregnant women. We dealing with the minimum wage. We dealing with everything. So the 19th of June, come true. FISO on fire.
You're dealing with all the issues that are affecting the nation.
Especially the worker.
Especially the workers.
Yes. So we're saying that, you know, labor ought to be respected. Labor ought to be treasured. Yes.
Nothing happens without labor.
Right. So we went and light up FISO. And you know something? That song was actually kind of adopted by the OWTU, that they asked me every Labor Day. Since after COVID, I go to FISO and I sing FISO on fire. This year I was wondering who would sing the backup for me. And when I reached the chorus, the whole crowd was singing FISO on fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. TV family, let's go. Listen to FISO on fire.
Ring the bell and beat the drum. This is bongo night. Play one for labor. We shall overcome them who they like a blight, every dirty oppressor. Yet we saw them once before with the police and their gun. All them dirty twisted law as we match boy how they run. But what they did not know is rough fire in we vein. Well, it's Jubal make we so tell them try and try again. From the sweat of the slave to the bowels of labor, FISO on fire. Oil and sugar cane, heard the cry of Uriah. FISO on fire. From the Caroni plain, I forget Rienzi. CLR James, Captain Cipriani. For our struggle and our pain, we who labor must hold the rain. Come the 19th of June, we will not retire. Put a stake in the heart of the labor vampire. All you have it, man. Yes. From the days of Charlie King, they still won't learn to be Christian the junction. No matter what they bring, they can't keep it down with despised oppression. Pass the baton to Judge Weeks, but that Pharaoh playing fast. Peace, bread, and justice we seek. They want answer what they gas. Men like Joe Young and Nunez, Rafiksha and Pastor Pandey. They gas make big men shed tears. March 18th, Bloody Tuesday. For every man that they beat, every tear gas canister. For the smoke and the heat and the skin that they blister. All the riot squad they bring to tongue press we. Like a bubbly with relics they bless we. For our struggle and our pain, we who labor must hold the rain. All the crew will plan the wicked agenda. No, we won't retreat, we'll never surrender. Yes, I have it. Oil boom come and oil boom go. The one constant has always been labor. But what have we to show? While the 1% boasting about their power, on the mountaintop they reach. Now a peasant looking down. Them is squabble, them is leech, paying dog wages in tongue. Every time 1% we not playing with tyrants. For our struggle and our pain, we who labor must hold the rain. So go and warn our food, Elias and Sabga. No more shall you ride the broad back and labor. Yes. So from Warwick to Roger, and he said Cabrera, Joseph Remy, put on your armor right away. Time to show them boys be more than ready. Emma tell me clear and loud, all the rain is gone away. He no longer seeing clouds, that's his song, till time to pay. He when they moving the UTT, but I swear it was hurricane. When it's time to treat what we, tell them we'll and come again. For all who take me for donkey or asses, you see clearly now, so throw away your glasses. Who offer we for last negotiation? Time to show labor some appreciation. And for our struggle and our pain, we who labor must hold the rain. All the crew will plan the wicked agenda. No, we won't retreat, we'll never surrender. And yeah.
Well, you kept the unions, the people, everybody alert on the issues that affecting the workers in Trinidad and Tobago. I like that. You are a Groit, and that's what a Groit do.
Yeah.
And you defend your tribe.
Yes.
You really
Yes.
defend your tribe.
Yes.
And you do that in many of your calypsos. One of my favorite, and I want you to explain that to me, is the song Shamfa.
Wow.
How did it come about?
All of my calypsos, I have a calypso is never just given to me. Well, mostly. Most times it's probably my idea or some line on the inside. And at that, the year when I sang Shamfa was the year that Shamfa became highlighted in politics as I went up for one of the seats in Tobago. And I am not a fanatic of any political party,
Right.
to be very honest, but I like Shamfa.
You like Shamfa?
Shamfa come with some fire. Shamfa was eating tack. I said, good, I like you. You're saying it, but he's a Tobagonian. So I said, Christoph, here's what. I want to be Shamfa. But I want you have to say drag your bow. He said, no, she didn't say it in Parliament and chastise sheep. I said, no, sir, I want to say it in the song. Drag your bow, because she's a Tobagonian. This is whole heart Tobago talk, speech band business.
That's part of the culture.
Right, this speech band.
Right.
So I said, I want that song. I am Shamfa. So Christoph, in his wisdom and with all his knowledge and beautiful writing techniques and skill, he was able to bring Shamfa to life.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the archives and listen to Shamfa by the Black Rose of La Brea.
I went to sleep just so, and I wake up at Shamfa Cudjoe, a beauty from Tobago, cross with Chumbi from Lakota. I was wrong like a Bennett ball, but I exercise and get small. I don't like no tishness at all. When I hear nonsense at the ball, so in the recent campaign, things I hear they drive me insane. So as I land Trinidad, your girl went mad, and I tell them drag your bow, Mr. Fiddler. Drag your bow, drag your bow. I come to educate, come lad. Drag your bow, drag your bow. But she trying to rewrite my history. Drag your bow, drag your bow. Like it started with the UNC. with big stone to do the work. And it's since I ain't Bobby Sock. So what the hey, drag your bow, Mr. Fiddler. Drag your bow. We re-educating Kamala. Drag your bow. And this time she can't make no fuss. Drag your bow. Like the cocktail she gets in August. Drag your bow. I said drag your bow. Come on, drag your bow. Like they feel nobody don't know the true history of Trinbago. All we do well they overthrow, then they reconstruct blow by blow. All we did in education, no acknowledgement, no mention. When they hear she twisted version, all the praise to the rising sun. They move just like a mafia mob, who ate the real drink on the job. Anything they achieve at all was in bubble. If I tell them drag your bow, Mr. Fiddler. Drag your bow. Time to educate Kamala. Drag your bow. On the history she wants to airbrush. Drag your bow. Like she wants to give it a new touch. Well, girl, since you have amnesia, I go help you to remember. Is we build all them highway, now some half-baked Dr. David. Every highway I learned to spell Uriah, but that's a Claude Noel. And it's since I in primary class, so hold you. Hey, drag your bow, Mr. Fiddler. Drag your bow. We re-educating Kamala. Drag your bow. And if she still can't remember, drag your bow. We go put Genko in she vodka. Drag your bow. Drag your bow. Come on, drag your bow. But what really does get me blue, half of what they claim just not true. All the numbers they throw at you, when they investigate it, boom. Most they build some 100 schools, like they take me all for fools. Cause I looking simple and cool, that don't mean I's a mama fool. When we tell them to point them out, but we sing he shut up his mouth. They included inside the mix, all the schools they fix. If I tell them drag your bow, Mr. Fiddler. Drag your bow. Like Columbus, them is big liar. Drag your bow. Trying to rewrite my history. Drag your bow. Like Christopher claimed the discovery. Girl, it's reblaze the housing trail from Maloney to Diamondville. Money Lad just hand out some key. Been ATC started with E. Look Rudy, don't make me laugh. Who built Fidelis height to Flagstaff? Now my history he wants to switch. That son of a hey, drag your bow, Mr. Fiddler. Drag your bow. We re-educating Kamala. Drag your bow. And if Rudy too can't remember, drag your bow. He could go higher to he corner. Drag your bow. I said drag your bow. Come on, drag your bow. You know how they love to condemn everything built by the PNM. Once the Hyatt was such a crime, no, but right there they love to lie. All of them who was making noise, well, if right there they spreading joy. See them hiding and acting coy, but they little girls and boys. Room 201 to 03, well, if they make pakoti, all them UNC Makome, you ain't find that cool, eh? If I tell them drag your bow, Mr. Fiddler. Drag your bow. I come to reason with Kamala. Drag your bow. You're the only record you're breaking. Drag your bow. Go be the long jail term all you're making. All the games that we have today, give kudos to natural gas. Who you think? Bell Point Lisa. Don't look girl are telling you flat. You could go and listen to Sat, but once I smell in a rat, I'll ignore you. Hey, drag your boat, Mr. Fiddler. Drag your boat. We re-educating Kamla. Drag your boat. And if she still have amnesia, drag your boat. So she went no sell for some ganja. Drag your boat. I said drag your boat. Thank you to everyone.
All right, TV family, it's only happening where? Okay, yeah, I heard you guys. And listen, for those of you who have not subscribed, this is the time that you press that red subscription button. The reason for pressing that button is to ensure that we keep our culture alive. And I'll be right back with much more.
Greetings, my name is David Rudder.
I am Mavis John.
Yo, this is KMC.
I'm Nicole Graves.
Hey, this is Ronnie. This is Ronnie McIntosh.
Hi, it's Brother Resistance.
I am Ras Shorty Eye.
I make sure that I watch Caribbean Inside.
And so should you.
Caribbean Inside really is dynamite. Caribbean Inside really super was spite. Caribbean Inside enjoy day or night. Caribbean Inside really is dynamite.
Welcome back, and as I said, we are chatting with Makeda Darius, the Black Rose of LeBray. Now, Makeda, in listening to your songs, you do all types of songs. You do ballads,
Yes.
you sing reggae,
Yes.
and of course, calypso.
Yes.
While I was listening to some of your music, I see you did over some of the songs of of calypso icons.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are some of your favorite icons and why?
I like that. I like that one. Of course, you know, my time growing up in calypso, as a female calypsonian, every single female calypsonian would have idolized Singing Sandra. Everybody wanted to be mother. And one time we were in Junior Monarch, my sister and I, and we had a little issue because we didn't really know the run-ins of the junior. First time we were actually in the final of the Junior Monarch. And we didn't know that we had to get score sheets and thing. And was the night before the rehearsal, and they say, you know, Darius, where's score sheets? I was in the final. Where's score sheets? And we're like, score sheets? We don't know anything about score sheets because we are accustomed singing with the track. You know, not knowing the final is with the band. I don't know how we end up backstage, Kaiso House. That time they were in the Lux.
Okay.
And we end up backstage. And when we went there, we met Singing Sandra, the United Sisters, Shirley Hendrickson, Lady Wonder. And those nice ladies, they put up the money, they pool, and they paid for my score. And from that day, Singing Sandra always looked out for me and my sister. Always.
Yeah, well, she was really a mother. She played the role of that mother. She played that mother role.
She was a mother. She was. So she would have been our icon. But every female at that time, the Heather McIntosh, the Karina Shea, the Kizzy Rees, Patrice Roberts used to sing calypso at that time, Michelle Henry, everybody, we was in love with Singing Sandra. Because she was our voice, you know. Aside from that, and growing up now, I start to figure out myself vocally. And I realized I have something for Ella. I realized I am singing Ella's calypsos in Ella key comfortably.
You're talking about Ella Andel.
Ella Andel.
Right.
Comfortably. So I started to do Ella Andel's music. And last year, I discovered that we related. Yeah.
You are? Okay.
Yes. All Pascal blood. We're all Pascals.
Okay.
Yeah. And aside from those covers that I would have done, also, I really like Rashwati. Really, I really love his music. Another artist, icon whose music I really love is Bali. Love. See Shaka Shaka? I played that. I had a CD, Baldy had given me a CD one time. And I played Shaka Shaka. My son was like 4. And my son know the whole song, but he said taka taka. And he know the whole taka taka because I in the car and we play this and we going down the road. You know, I love Bali. And a calypso that I really, really, really love is Luther Boy. Luther just different. I don't know how he just think about what he just think about and the way that he would say it. But I love Luther. And of course, Sugar Aloes, that's my boss. That is a special place for Sugar Aloes. I love him. Baron, that's my Barry. I love him too. You know?
Okay.
But I respect all the icons.
Okay.
And I give them what is theirs.
Okay.
You know, I mean, most of the icons, I would like something that they do. I really like Little Black Boy, Love, because I always imagine myself doing over Little Black Boy, but more musical. Because you know, I am more of a vocalist.
Right.
So you know,
right.
Gypsy did it more chanty. I would sing it over. I would sing it all over the place.
Right.
You know,
right.
I would send the chords crazy because I could do that.
Maybe you should.
I would one of these days.
One of my favorites that you did is Stalin's Martin Luther.
Love Stalin.
So let's go to the
Love
archives.
Stalin.
Never lived by a gun, but yet died by one. This man, Martin Luther King, senior son, a gentleman of great capability, who never knew the meaning of the word enemy, but a man who devoted his life to fight that all American Negroes must get civil rights. I say this work must be continued, though he's dead, so people don't forget the great things that Martin said. Leave your guns at home, don't walk with weapon. Violence cannot solve this situation. We want the whites to know, believe wholeheartedly. We want them as a friend, not our enemy. For us, enemy would bring violence in this land, and that cannot be good for no American. Call him a genius, a messiah, or different things, but I say Martin was a king of all kings. From Texas to Florida, New York City, yes, and even Georgia, the entire Negro population, yes, they saw Martin Luther King as their champion, a man who stood tall and had no fear, made more than 350 speeches a year. So how could we forget this blessed day in the Civil Rights March? This is what he said, his friend, and little white children one day walking the streets of America as friend. From the Black Hills of Dakota to Mississippi, hand in hand in racial equality. A man who all the world described as wise, a man who was awarded a Nobel Peace Prize. Violence was never his way to fight, but he made several prison terms for civil rights. I remember one good day in Mississippi when a reporter put a question to he, why must American Negroes get civil rights? Well, this was his answer to my delight. We till your cotton fields and give your pocket more wealth. Mind your babies and keep them in the best of health. Took part in the Olympics, don't care if we die, just to keep the stars and stripes flying high. Uphold democracy in and out of this land, from Germany to the foxhole of Vietnam. All this we did for America, so faithful and true. So tell me why we can't eat from the same plate as you. So now Martin Luther is dead and gone. I pray that his good work must go on. For his business was left all entirely in the hands of his wife, Reverend Abernathy. And these two then work wholeheartedly just to make Martin dream a reality. I say if not the whole, but a part at least. Show the world that black and white could live in peace. So good luck, Mistress Sting. All blessing to you. Trembegonian says success in everything you do. Though it may take some time, but if you keep asking, they should judge a man by his heart and not his skin. Remember Martin also say that time is nothing. It's only how man use time, then time could be something. And don't forget the song of your dear husband. And it goes, we shall overcome. We shall overcome. Thank you.
Makeda, you are blessed with a beautiful voice.
Thank
I
you.
must tell you that. You're blessed with a beautiful voice. Your voice kind of reflects your heart.
Yes.
It kind of reflects your position in life. Even though you are a police officer, you understand, that's your job.
That's a job.
As you said to me off camera, you are human.
First.
You are human first.
Yes.
But, you know, in the little chit-chat, I hear that we have a whole Darius family crew.
Yes, ma'am.
Give me some insight on that.
Okay, so I have my sister, Tamika. I won the Calypso Queen in 2020. Then we had COVID for 21, 22. When we came back in 23, she won the Calypso Queen in 23. So to me, I saw that as a win, not for me, not for her, but for our parents. Because they, if you was there to know what we had to go through, that people thought it was only me and Tamika growing up. It's actually 6 of us. So it had times that everybody had to hold strain because Makeda and Tamika had to sing Calypso. We had to go in town from library. We had to spend the money on score sheets. We had to spend the money to get track. So all my other sisters had to bear it, for want of a better term. They had to bear it.
So your Calypso career was fused by your parents?
Of course.
Okay.
Everybody knows my mother. I always say, and I would say it again, my mother was always the one with a dream. She always knew who we was going to be. But my father was always in love with my mother. So he believed her. He always believed her.
Okay, true.
So, yeah, so if she say, these children will reach far, the talented, he doing what he need to do because she say that. So my father, even though you wouldn't see him, he was always there. To this day, he is still there. Had a mild stroke recently.
Okay.
But
sorry to hear that. Hope he feels much better.
Yeah, he's coming along. I tell him the other day, I think he had 9 lives because about 4 times already I see him go all the way down and then see him walking on the road with a cane the other day. I feel good about that.
Yeah, it's not his time yet.
He was in Pampers a few times.
Yeah.
And come bounce back and he had 9 lives. He have about 4 more. And I pray that them 4 is long ones.
Right. So he could see you win Queen.
He did see the both of us win Queen. And that is what I like the most about us winning the Queen, that my parents, it was a win for them.
Okay. All right. So he could see you win the Monarch. Let's put it up to the Monarch. Push it.
He have to see that.
He have to see that.
He have to see that.
Okay. So 2025 is here. What can we expect from the Black Rose of La Brea?
2025. Well, that's our next story too. Yeah, I have a lot of stories, you know.
You have a what?
Lot of stories. 2025 is another story. 2024, after not Constable Brown, I think I placed at a 60 something or somewhere up there. And I decided, you know what, Makeda, give it a rest. You know? That I would never stop singing Calypso, but I was about to stop competing because I didn't think it was worth it.
Why? What make you say that?
The return on investment for most artists, most Calypsonian. Now I would say this, as a soca artist, as a good soca artist, to make money all you need to do is appear. Right. As a good Calypsonian, to make money, you have to win.
You have to win.
You have to win.
Okay.
Soca artists don't need to win.
Right. Because the soca artist is all about entertainment.
That's it. So they get a show, some fed come up, you hire them, the money big. That's probably more than a first prize in almost a lot of competitions for Calypsonians.
So why did you stay in the field?
I love Calypso.
What it is you love about Calypso?
That's what I know. That's what I know, and it's like in it, you know, like it's a part of you. Like, I don't know how to do it differently.
You don't know how to do it differently?
No, I love Calypso.
So 2025?
Yes. So I wasn't going to sing at all.
You wasn't going to sing?
I was very, very serious. And I had a conversation with a few people. And I said, I also made a post on Facebook. I said the post was worded, until I get a very rich husband who has nothing better to do with his money, I will not be singing Calypso again. Yeah. But I didn't get a rich husband. What I really meant was that somebody to invest time, money, energy, and I just had to be the talent then. So even though I hung up my gloves, I was good. Like, God hear me. I spoke to God about it. I said, God, that is it. It's too much. You're going to the tent. I remember one night last year, this same day, the 19th of January, we opened in Arima last year. And after the tent, after we were finished, one of the background, she had a flat tire. And the vehicle she called me. The vehicle I was getting the lift to San Fernando with, we went back and helped them with a flat tire, right? And by the time I reached San Fernando, it was after 3 in the morning.
In the morning.
Right? And I was there standing, this very sad day. I was there standing on the taxi stand. I got a taxi like 4 o'clock in the morning. I remember it like yesterday because it was my son's birthday. And he had that very same party he had. And I thought to myself, I said, by the time I get home, the party will be over. My son's birthday party. And when I was here, the party was in full swing. So I remember it.
Right.
That it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. I reached here from the tent. So when I consider all these things, I remember going with the taxi and I was sleeping. But I was so accustomed to between La Brea and San Fernando, the driver turn off inside the street and I fly up and like, what are you doing? You know?
Yeah,
even though I was sleeping because, you know, your body's so accustomed to that drive.
Yeah.
The driver was like, relax. I have passengers that just pick up early in the morning was a lady who sells breakfast. So he was going to get her to take her, you know? But it didn't have to be that. It could have been I fall asleep and the person evil. So when I think about all these things, I said no. Makeda,
and especially the times we living in too.
So I decided to leave it.
Yeah.
But I was about my own business and everything fell into my lap like I have a song for you know, I wanted to hear it. Went and hear this song. I love this song. Don't worry about anything. We will pay for the recording. We will pay for everything. And that's the reason why I said, okay, this is what you always wanted. This is who you want to be. You wanted to be the talent. You know, they invest in you and you be the talent. And look, I put it in your hands here now. So, saying that you had to, you know, 2025 and the Monarch and thing, at least I have to make it to the final because people believe in me more than I believe in me.
Yes, yes.
You know, and they invest in, they not only believe in, they invest in.
Yeah.
So I have a responsibility now.
Okay, okay. So what? So you go in to the finals. You go into the finals in 2025 with what song?
Let the dragon dance.
You're going to make the dragon dance.
The dragon have to dance.
The dragon have to dance.
Have to dance.
Okay, TV family. You hear what the Black Rose of Labre is saying. She's letting you guys know the dragon have to dance. And what I like about her in this song, she explains to you why the dragon have to dance.
Yeah, let him dance. President Donald Trump, I beg your attention as I make a plea for my native land. Our economy is not in full bloom, and some people predicting doom and gloom. But there's a dragon in the ocean that could be our salvation. All we gotta do is to make him dance. Mr. President, I understand that we must have your permission. So right now our future lies in your hands. You see, if the dragon can't dance by 2027, our public finance, it could be in trouble. And if it can't tingle down in the ocean, them economists say there will be a recession. So, Mr. President, I'm begging for your endorsement. Please give TNT a chance and let the dragon dance. Take a positive stance and let the dragon dance. Yeah, let him dance. Mr. Trump, your predecessor for real. He gave his approval for the dragon deal. But ever since your election victory, we all suffering from anxiety. We fear that you wouldn't like the dragon all because of its location. But we praying that good sense will prevail, and that you'll give consideration to all long-standing relations. So I beg you, please don't cut off its tail. If the dragon can't dance by 2027, crime and violence will be more terrible. And if it can't tingle down in the ocean, the order of the day will be inflation. So, Mr. President, I'm begging for your endorsement. Please give Trinbago a chance and let the dragon dance. Take a positive stance and let the dragon dance. Yeah, let him dance. Mr. Trump, a prosperous Trinbago will benefit America also. Despite how much foreign exchange we earn, most of it's going back to your homeland. Because you know what really have money, we going on a shopping spree in New York, Miami, and Amazon. As our PM said, and he is right, we have a huge foreign appetite. We eat everything from the US farm. If the dragon can't dance by 2027, our trade imbalance will be unbearable. And if it can't tingle down in the ocean, our dollar, they say, will face devaluation. So, Mr. President, I'm asking for your endorsement. Please give Trinbago a chance and let the dragon dance. Take a positive stance, Arima, and let the dragon dance. Thank you. Yeah. Hello, Mr. strong regardless of how you feel. All I want to hear is drill, baby, drill. We really need to boost our economy, so we must improve productivity. And so what is really crucial? Your dancing has now gone viral. Yes, it's making waves here in Port of Spain. The economy in need an injection, so you dancing with the dragon will help to make TNT great again. You see, if the dragon can dance by 2027, a forex situation will be unbearable. And if it can tingle down in the ocean, a heritage fund, they say, will face depletion. So, Mr. President, I'm asking for your endorsement. Please give my people a chance and let the dragon dance. Take a positive stance and let the dragon dance.
Well, Calypso lovers, you've seen her and you have heard her. My Black Rose from Labray. Queen Makeda Darius. I give you that name.
I like.
Makeda, thanks again for taking the time, letting me into your home, talking about your life, talking about Calypso, talking about your job as a police officer and combining it with being a Calypsonian. I expect big things for you.
Thanks.
In 2025.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, when it happened and it blew up, remember to give me a call and come and see ITV.
I will.
Thank you, my TV family, for your constant support to our culture. Remember, I say, if you didn't subscribe as yet, this is the time to do it. We have a mission, we have a job, is to keep our culture alive. My name is Lady V, and I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week, same time, same place. God bless you all.
A weak but I'm holding on in order to stay around in a land totally imbalanced. Cause it's nature's way until judgment day. The poor man don't stand a chance. Playing strong but to realize the price the little man must pay to keep the rich man in paradise. It's torment and misery all day. Destruction of the weak is nature's plan. But the humble and the meek must understand. This day of the strong man is the devil's payday. Today we fight the ground.